Hare Krishna. I have a few more comments to make about Pragosh Prabhu's resignation video. In particular, I want to talk about what, by all appearances, is the very selective application of high principles. It applies to this person that we don't like and think resign, but when it comes to us, they don't apply for some reason. In other words, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. So I want to quote Pragosh Prabhu here in this video. He says, quote, Srila Prabhupada also spoke further about black spots. He said, people have respect for a movement. Prabhupada. Now it is time for the GBC members to be very, very careful so that people may not point out any black spot in the behavior of our society, unquote. And Pragosh Prabhu continues, quote, in this society, surely there can be no blacker spot on the white sheet of ISKCON than allowing someone who has so gravely blotted their copybook in this lifetime to continue to serve in the topmost spiritual role in Srila Prabhupada's movement. Well, okay. I can't disagree with that. I do agree with it, in fact. However, there are some GBC members who indeed have a very much blotted copybook. One in particular who's been particularly outspoken in wanting this sannyasi and spiritual master to completely leave all his activities. She herself has a long history of drug use. And not just before she became a devotee, but after she became a devotee. And furthermore, it is also known that she ran an escort service. Now, escort services come in two versions. You have illegal and legal. So legal escort service, the business model is that a young, attractive woman is paired to go with some man or generally some man who's paying money for her company. But the fact is that more often than not, under the guise of legal services, there are illegal additional services that go on with that. And when you have a drug habit, that requires a lot of money, and the real money is in the illegal side of the business, not the legal side of the business. No, I'm not saying this devotee ran a prostitution ring. I'm not saying that, but there's certainly suspicion. So, what about these black spots? And we're not just talking about this particular devotee, but there are others. There are devotees who are GBC members who are affiliated with Kirtanananda's movement. It was breakaway movement. And in that movement, all sorts of far out things went on. There were people, they were running around with monks' robes, they had Jesus on the altar, they had, and the lady GBC member we're talking about, she also had sannyas. She took sannyas, which Prabhupada said is forbidden for women. But she took it. So we're going to ignore those things too? This is apparently yes. Pragosh Prabhu was a GBC for more than 20 years. Didn't he notice any of these things? So why didn't he speak up? Why didn't he resign then? So this is my point, is that these high principles are being very, very selectively applied. And they shouldn't be. They should be equally applied. And certainly the GBC is considered one of the topmost leaders in the society. Is it not? So what is good for the goose is good for the gander. And the continual flaunting of this really rankles us. Please stop it. Hare Krishna.